Hello.
Hi. Okay. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our live streaming at SiDYA Youth Apostolate YouTube. Today, we have a special guest to share with us a way to live a no plastic life. And today, this live will be a live tutorial. Our title is to be an eco youth. So, to begin this live, actually, today, this live is the starting week of Laudato Si week. So some of you might not know what is Laudato Si. Let's watch a video before we move on. See how Pope Francis say about Laudato Si. And yeah, later on I will explain a bit more. So, what's Anna? Okay, maybe there's something. So Laudato Si, I just get on with explaining the Laudato Si. Laudato Si is actually, the meaning is very simple. It's about care for our common home. Yes, let's watch the video first.
¿Qué tipo de mundo queremos dejar a quienes nos esperan? ¿A los niños que están creciendo? Motivado por esta pregunta, quisiera invitarlos a participar en la Semana Laudato Si, del 16 al 24 de mayo del 2020. Es una campaña global en ocasión del 5º aniversario de la carta encíclica Laudato Si sobre el cuidado de la casa común. Renuevo mi llamado urgente a responder la crisis ecológica. El clamor de la tierra y el clamor de los pobres no dan para más. Cuidemos la creación, don de nuestro buen Dios creador. Celebremos juntos la semana Laudato Si. Que Dios los bendiga y no se olviden de rezar por mí.
That's all for the video. And well, how interesting is that this year is actually the 5th anniversary. This year is actually the 5th anniversary of Laudato Si, and yeah. Okay, this year is actually the 5th year of Laudato Si, and starting today, from this day, the 16th until the 24th, Pope Francis invited us again, and he renewed his urgent call. So it's the 5th year, and I just know that actually 5 years ago, Pope Francis wrote a book about Laudato Si himself. So again, Laudato Si is the meaning of care for our own home. He asked us, what kind of world do you like to live in? So we always like to live in a comfort place. And also to remember our next generation, we also have to care for the world to prepare for the next generation to live in. Then we have to think about the others. So to care for our home, that's the point. And Pope Francis says it is an urgent call. So maybe some of you may be wondering, why is it urgent, so urgent? So it says that the cry of the earth and the cry of the poor Well, the cry of the earth is because that we are destroying it day by day, and it affects us, all of us, as a human being. That is why the poor is also affected, and that is why actually just now the theme I forgot to remind is the theme for this week is everything is connected, and it's connected because all the things we have done, it relates to us, it comes back to us. It's like you throw in the rubbish and then after that all the rubbish decompose, or if not decompose, maybe you throw it in the sea and then the fish eat it, and then we are the one who eat the fish. So everything we done is coming back to us. So everything is connected. It's a cycle. Yeah, and so the next one will be we will watch another video of seeing how plastic pollution around the world is now. So take a time to watch the video. This video is from the Worldwide Foundation, I think. And maybe it's taking some time. Plastic pollution happen around all around the world. So maybe we cannot see it in our own places, but let's see what the other places is. How are they going on with this? Well, the video is a strong sense to me, quite terrifying. The first thing I noticed is that it says plastic brings 400 years of problems. So for this, I was thinking of maybe one day, I think one day we can manufacture a lot of plastic, and each plastic takes 400 years to decompose, to be thrown away. So if we keep on using plastic and then all these wastes was piled up, and then you will see the result of a lot of mountains of this plastic lying around. That's going to be scary, and we wouldn't like that for our next generation to live in. And yes, all the throwing of rubbish will affect ourselves, the human beings. Okay, just now we also see the fish was eating plastic. All the fish contain plastic, and another interesting fact is that the drinking water itself already contain 83% of plastics, and we are the one who drinking plastic ourselves. So, well, not to focus on the cry of the earth, but we also have to remember the cry of the poor. So, for drinking water, I was thinking of how will the poor people to have a good drinking water. If they are poor, then it's hard for them to find good drinking water, and they will be drinking things like this, and then they get sick easily. So to help the earth, we have to start with ourselves. By starting with ourselves, we can change our lifestyle. So we can start it from the 6 R's. So the 6 R, the first one is to refuse. We have to start to refuse using plastic. So one day I think last week, going to the supermarket, I was bringing my own recycle bag, and then I was shopping, and I was at the counter to pay for my goods, and then the cashier didn't see my recycle bag, I think. So she was taking the plastic bag already and ready to pack, and then I show her the recycle bag again. So we have to learn to refuse. Maybe some of you will be like put your hand out and like stop them, but I'm much more inside kind of person, so I'm not more to show my action. So I just show her again the plastic bag. That's all. So that's a way to refuse. And the second one is to reduce like the air conditioning or the car emission. So if you can walk, don't drive. For air conditioning, it's actually bring me a lot of impact. During the MCO, I actually get myself a fan. Before that, I didn't have any fan. So I will turn on the AC for like 24 hours each day. Then I realized that the electricity bill is very expensive. So I was thinking of what ways I can reduce my electricity bills. Then all my parents and friends told me to like turn on the AC less. So I get my fan for myself during the MCO. I think before MCO, I think. Then each day I turn on the fan when I sleep, but before I turn on the aircon when I sleep like the whole night. So it's a way to start to reduce any things that can contribute to global warming. So the third one is to reuse. Reuse, we most famous is to using the containers. Like for people who are working, they can leave a container in their car. So during lunchtime, you can take the container and go and tap out some food for yourself, like very convenient one. So, and you get to reduce using of plastic. The fourth one is to repurpose. The most famous one we can see in Cebu nowadays is they use tires, the unused tires, I think, or cannot be used one. Then they use it for flower planting or trees planting or anything for plantation, gardening. So fifth one is the recycle. So recycle, I think, is we all have to practice lah. As we walk around at the Wisma Sayan, we can see plastic bottles lying around on the walkway, and then so we should be the one to take the initiative to pick it up and then throw it in the rubbish, not the rubbish bin, especially the recycle bin. Okay. So the regeneration, the last one, is more or less for the plantation side or the tree cutting forestation side. So if you cut a tree, plant another one. Otherwise, all the trees cut down, then what's going to be left? Yeah. So today, to remind everyone, our live streaming is about no plastic live tutorial. So we have a special guest from the Creation Justice. He is actually the chairman, and Creation Justice is from the SHC Cathedral. And now we will hand over to him and let him share what he's going to have for us.
Good morning, everybody. I'm very proud of SHC Cathedral Creation Justice Ministry as the chairman. So this morning, I'm going to teach you how to repurpose the used t-shirts. So whatever at least unused t-shirts, so you can change it into recycle bag. So this morning, I will teach you the simplest way to do the recycle bag. So this use t-shirt. First of all, you have to prepare scissors, and then maybe pencil, ruler also, but someone maybe don't need this. So first of all, you take the t-shirt, you cut off the sleeve first. The first thing you do is to cut off the sleeve. Both sleeves. So now is the neck part. So you can cut off the neck part. Almost the same thing with the bottom part of the sleeve. So you just cut. Okay, and already. Okay. So now you cut the bottom part. You join this together, make it faster. Maybe easy for you, then you draw the line here. Normally I take 3 to 4 inches, depending on the material. Like this one is soft one, I think 3 inches is okay. 3 inches, okay. 3 inches, okay. So you draw a line. So you know where to cut until where. So you make it faster, you cut it together. Start from the middle, easier. And then cutting of this one around 1 inches, because the material is soft. So you around 1 inches. You want to make sure it's okay, but no need just agak-agak also okay.
So, Uncle, where did you learn of doing this?
Oh, I learned it from YouTube. Yeah.
So you search by yourself or someone?
Yes. At first, I saw it when the Facebook coming here for the TOS. He bring a sample of this. So I was admired what this can be used for. This can be done. So I try myself at home. So it is very good. We don't use plastic anymore. So we just bring this one to the market or everywhere. Just use this bag. You can use it for anything. You go for meeting, you go for market to buy things. You just refuse the plastic bag. Bring your own this one, clothing one.
So people on the live, if you can see this, you can take some time in your own time, do one for yourself. Yeah, as he say, we can take it to for meeting or anything. You can carry anything that you like. Go to the market and okay, start to refuse using any plastic.
If you don't know, you can get one sample from Laudato Si here. There is a lot I made. I think around 100 plus already I made this one. So anyone, you are free, you feel free, if you don't know how to make, can come to Laudato Si. There is a lot there.
So there's already displayed some on the Laudato Si places. Well, he said he already made hundreds of them. So every one of them at Laudato Si, is that from you? You made it?
Me and Janice.
Oh, so you and the other teacher.
Maybe some other also they want to join in. So now the cutting is like this. So you join this together, 2 by front and back. You tie it together.
So you see here just now you cut out.
Yeah, front and back, 2 tie together.
You cut out the stripe, so you start from the side, and then you tied up the stripes from the front and the stripe with the back, and then both of them you tied it together.
Of course, you need to tie a bit high now. Otherwise, it will be very loosened. So you just with a bit of strain now, tie out. So front and back. You have to check carefully, yeah. Sometimes you will miss it.
So have to be even, kan? So you cannot like miss one or.
Can also, if you miss, you can tie with the other. Never mind. Still can be used. Even you miss out one, also can. That one you just tie with another one.
So for doing this bag is like for every every t-shirt we wear or
any t-shirt. Any t-shirt can be used. Only thing quite new one, not too old one.
Okay.
It's too old one, maybe rotten already. You put this one, it will turn off.
It will turn off.
So no use for you to make. So have to use the still good one, not too old one.
So people at the live streaming, you guys can use old t-shirt, but not too old because old one will break easily.
Yeah.
Okay.
You have to tie it two times, twice. It's not twice. Otherwise, you will get off easily. When you put the thing inside, you will turn off. 2 times. So you need a bit of time now. There is 2 ways. This is the simplest way. You just tie it outside. Maybe if you don't want to put this in outside, you can turn your t-shirt upside down, and then you can tie it inside. So that if you put this knot inside the bag. So it's the other way.
Okay.
But I think most young people like this.
The hairy part.
This is very groovy. Maybe old men, they don't want the
hairy one.
Outside. So after you tie, you put a bit, makes it a bit loosen. So start from the same. You have to cross tie, or make it double. Cross tie, so the no hole here, no leaking. After you put the thing inside, cross tie. also double cross side. So you see here, they hold here. So now you cross it. The first one, second one, you cross side again to make it really safe for you to use. Even though you put the small thing inside, you won't lose it. Okay. You see, there is a hole there. There is hole here. So you just cross like it. Okay. You choose the nearest one to type on. Nearest one. This is the nearest. So now is the time for you to check your shed, your home. See any unused t-shirts, you can repurpose it into this recycle bag. So whenever you go to shopping, you bring along your this recycle bag. Oh, this is wrong. One missing. So I have to turn off.
So Uncle Philip just now invited us to go to your closet and then search for some shirt that you are not wearing now. Then take the time and then do one recycle bag for yourself, like repurpose your t-shirt, old t-shirt. And just now he said that there is two ways of doing this bag. The first one is which is the one like this, the kind of a hairy style on the outside, and the other one is like you tie it in the inside. I think it's the same way, right?
Same way.
It's the same way.
You just turn the t-shirt.
You just turn the t-shirt inside out. Inside out, and then you tie it in the inside, and then
when you turn back again, the hairy thing will be inside.
People who go and buy LV bag, you can save money from that to do this one.
And this bag can be washable, so you can very easily.
Is there a chance like you wash it and then the one you tied break away?
No.
So it's good enough to be washed.
Yeah. This one can be tied easily, even though it's easy loose, then you can retie it again.
Okay. You say that Laudato Si got some samples.
Yes.
How much is for each?
I think maybe $3 to $4. Depending on the size. Small, maybe $3.
Very cheap.
The finished one. Okay. And then, very good. What you do? This is good one. Okay. Go.
So he made one already. That's the bag and very.
Okay. You got time? You still want
some time.
Do another one?
Can. Maybe.
This one, okay. Also the same thing.
Can you try to do another one like tied in the inside?
Okay. Yeah. Try another one. Tie inside. So also the same thing. You cut off the sleeve.
Can you explain the steps, like all the steps that to do this bag?
What?
The steps. How many steps are there?
How many steps? First step is to cut off the sleeve. The second step is cut off the neck part. And then the third step is to cut off the slit, at the back, at the bottom here.
The bottom part.
Bottom part.
Okay.
And then after that you tie off. One is back and front and back. The other one is the cross.
Side to side one.
Side to side.
Okay.
I think 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 steps.
4 steps. There's 4 steps. So now Uncle is going to cut off the sleeve first. That's the first step. So all the youth, I think during MCO we all are having holidays. Yeah, it's time to take time to clean up your closet and then get some of your shirt. Okay, and then do one for yourself. And just now Uncle said the first step is to cut off the sleeve, so it's as so he is doing now. And the second step is to cut off the neck part, the neck from the chest part, I think. So it's folding it half, so I think it's going to be even, right? So easily cut. So people who join in the live, I think youth are very innovative. So maybe by cutting the neck part, maybe you guys can do some other design. Yeah.
Up to you.
Up to you.
It may be V shape or U shape, any shape you want.
So now he's doing the third step is to cut the bottom part. So he's folding it half.
This one, I don't have the drawer because the t-shirt was striped. I think around here now. So it's up.
And he's going to start cutting from the middle, I think.
Middle.
From the middle is going to be easier. So can be even.
Around 1 inches. This is also soft material.
So each stripe is around 1 inches.
If hard one, you make it half inches. Soft one, you can make it 1 inches.
So for the hard one, you cut it short. And
when you cut it, you know the material, how is the material. This is soft one.
So he's cutting the stripe, and because just now he was using the ruler because the shirt didn't have any stripe. Now the shirt have a stripe, so he's cutting and guiding by the stripes.
So the last one, you cut in the middle.
Yeah, the last one is from the side, so you have to cut it to make it 2. Then it's now cutting the other side.
So you turn it upside down. Inside and outside. So you want to find inside.
So for the second style, he's now turning the bag inside out first. And he's going to tie it and then turn the shirt inside out again. Then you will get the second style where you will now get a hairy part of the bag. Yeah, and now he's going to tie it up. So 2 times up. 2 times for each knot, and then you go to the next stripes. You get from the stripes from the front and then the stripes on the back, and then you tie it together.
Always start from the side. When you tie, you have to pull a little bit. Otherwise, you will not be tight.
Okay. You have to pull a little bit to tighten up, so it's firm enough to carry anything that you like to carry.
So that it is really tight. You will not be pushing. This is very flowing. My hand also blind to see. I don't know where is it. Too colorful. But this is really nice. We color one very. Of course, you choose the best t-shirt. Very colorful one.
Uncle Philip, so you are now doing the t-shirt one. So if I have any trousers, is that
Oh yes.
can be done?
Even the jean trousers, you can recycle it, but that one need to be sewed. You need a sewing machine, and then really need somebody who know how to sew and do the cutting. So far, my wife is doing it. She is good in sewing. That's why I asked her to help with this. So she do a lot of this jean trousers, turn it into handbag, and also get other small things like a pencil case, a grocery bag. So you can come to Laudato Si and see there is a lot thing that made from the jean. And the Laudato Si is displayed down there.
So jeans also can be made to handbags.
Yes, but you need somebody who really know how to sew, do the cutting and sewing. But this is simple way lah. The t-shirt one is very simple one. Everybody can do.
Okay.
The jean one you need somebody really who can make from know how to use the sewing machine, then you can do it. If you want to use hand to sew it also can, but it's a lot of time lah.
So that's a good idea. Maybe the YouTube also have, right?
Yeah, also you can learn from YouTube.
Yeah, so people are
They
the
will
live.
teach you.
Yeah, we can go to YouTube and search for how ways to make these jeans handbags for ourselves. Huh?
Yes. Also, after you tie, you put a bit, otherwise they're very small.
Yes. He's now loosen up the what he have tied so that it will not be so I don't know how to say.
So spacing. Loose a bit. Okay. Tie.
Now it's retiling the second time side by side.
So in the SHC Cathedral, a lot of used t-shirts in the one submission people room. So anybody who are free, who don't have t-shirt at home, you can come here and get some. So you can help the church to clear out the storeroom. We can do something for the church also.
It's a great idea. For people who don't know what is St. Vincent de Paul, it's actually a thrift shop under the SHC Cathedral where you walk down from, I think the right side stairs, and then you can see a corner there with a lot of shirts.
Yeah.
Those shirts are donated. Okay. So during the MCO, I don't know when will the church be open, but okay, if there's a chance, come and grab one for yourself. Like you can make handbags for yourself. The rector also. The rector is Father Philip. Our Apu, Atuai.
So from today onward, 16 to 24 is the Laudato Si week. So you can take some time at home. You try to make this t-shirt, turn it into a recycled bag, so that you can do something for yourself and for the motherland also. Try to save from using the plastic bag.
It's a great idea. So all the youth online, Uncle Philip have invited us. Yes, reminder again. This week is starting today is the Laudato Si week, and we are called to care for our common home. Yes, so take some time because it's holiday. I think all of us are free. Clean up your closet, see if there's any old t-shirts or trousers.
After you are making this, you try to put sign inside your car. Whenever you go to shopping, you just bring this. You bring this t-shirt to the shopping mall. After your shopping, then maybe provide you with plastic bag. You said you don't want, you refuse it. So you can bring your own t-shirt, this one.
Good idea. We have to learn to refuse.
Carry all the things. Okay, finish already.
Now it's done.
So now I turn it upside down again. So it is inside down.
Yeah, this one is the second style of making the t-shirt bags. The stripe is inside so that the outside part will not get that hairy style.
Okay. So maybe some people like this style. Okay. So there is two ways. One way is the hairy.
Another one is very hairy one.
This is with the tail. This one without tail. So which one you prefer, you can make yourself easily.
Make yourself, huh?
Okay.
So for those who don't want to make or maybe don't have time, do Laudato Si provide both of this type of shirt, like the bags?
Yes. I made some with that mostly with this easier to make, only to turn in and out. I do some also for this one.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I have one of those?
Okay. Which one do you prefer?
Anyone.
Okay. This one for you. This is for the lady. Okay. Okay.
Wow. So that's all from Uncle Philip, and now I have a challenge. I have a bag with me here, which is just made by Uncle Philip, and I'm going to invite you to do this challenge. Make a bag yourself like this one, or maybe you can go online and learn more other style of making it, and then post it on Instagram or any social media, and then hashtag no plastic challenge, hashtag echo youth, hashtag Laudato Si Week 2020, and tag us, Cebu Diocese Youth Apostolate. Okay, and with this challenge, we begin our week of Laudato Si lah. So again, some of you maybe don't have time to do these bags or handmade. You guys can go to Laudato Si canteen. There is a display place for this kind of stuff. There's a lot of choices. So if you have chance, come and take one for yourself. Come and look for one for yourself. But remember, coming to the church, remember to wear mask and keep a social distance, as now we are still under and so this pandemic situation. Okay. And the next one is, I forgot to mention that actually for this live streaming is our first SDYD 2.0 roadshow. Actually, SDYD is going to take part at August, but because of pandemic situation, we might not or might continue, not sure. So that is why we still put it into a visual way to bring in live stream. Okay. So by doing live stream, we are doing a roadshow actually. So the committee is working very hard, and they already designed a canvas bag, very nice one. The design is done by our sister Anna. Okay, sorry. Yeah, something like that. Sorry. Very nice one. Very good, nice, simple design. Yeah, black one. So get one for yourself. Very easy. You can go to our SiDYA Facebook web page or IG page. I think comment down below a post, you will find there, and then the committee will go and find you yourself. So the price is 1 ringgit for, 16 ringgit for one, and 28 ringgit for two. So go and comment down below the social media, and then the committee will find you. So I think that is all for today's live streaming. And yet again, next week we will come back to another live streaming, but we will be doing DIY enzyme live tutorial. Yeah, remember to be an echo you from home, starting from home, starting from yourself. You are the Now of God. So Laudato Si week. Okay, try to do something that to save our Mother Earth, save our home, okay, care for our common home. The date is Saturday, 28th May, and then the same time, morning at 9 o'clock. So that's all for today, and let us do a closing prayer to end this live streaming. And okay, so we can read this together if we are getting in life. Okay, so very simple. We make a simple sign of a cross. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Loving God, creator of heaven and earth, and all that is in them, you created us in your own image and made us stewards of all your creation. You blessed us with the sun, water, bountiful, and land so that all might be nourished. Open our minds and touch our hearts so that we may attend your gift of creation. Help us to be conscious that our common home belongs not only to us, but to all your great creatures and to all future generations. And that is our responsibility to preserve it. May we help each person secure the food and resources that they need. Be present to those in need in these trying times, especially the poorest and those most at risk of being left behind. Transform our fear and feelings of isolation into hope and fraternity, so that we may experience a true conversion of the heart. Help us to show creative solidarity in addressing the consequences of this global pandemic. Help us courageous to embrace and change that are needed in search of the common good. Now more than ever, may we feel that we are all interconnected and interdependent. Enable us to listen and respond to the cry of the earth and the cry of the poor. May the present suffering be the birth bands of a more fraternal and sustainable world. Under the loving gaze of Mary, help of Christians, may we make this prayer through Christ our Lord. Amen. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Yeah. Thank you everyone who is turning in from the live, and we will see you all next week. That is all from today.